All right, family, Black Power. It's the General Seti, and I'm black at your ass again with this real fucking talk. Y'all know what it is. Seti.com online marketplace, the official General Seti DVDs, classic DVDs, t-shirts, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry for the kings and the queens. Fly, fly. Get on over there to kingseti.com online marketplace and be amazed. To the family out there looking for those exclusive General Seti live stream lectures, Patreon family, Patreon. Got over close to 100 exclusive live stream lectures on my Patreon at this site or at this time. You know what I'm saying? Exclusive photos and, things that I don't release, to the YouTube public. You know what I'm saying? I'll release it to my Patreon family. So you should go over there right now and become a patron today. To the family out there looking for the treasure chest. We're talking about over 700 videos not to be seen any other place on the planet. We're talking about generalseti.com, Seti University. You need to get on all the classic Seti lectures, talking about behind the scenes. We're talking about debates, street debates. We're talking about radio, video interviews overseas, from city to city in the United States of America. Come on over there to generalseti.com, Seti University, and be amazed. You also should understand I got two YouTube pages, General Seti, Sarasu Seti. You should subscribe to both. Goddamn it, hit the notification because you got to be in the house when the general go live. And make sure you smash that goddamn like button because you love it. Like it because you love it. Because I want to get this out here to the people. Share this shit. Okay, make sure you do that. Get it out there. Now, today, part 2, ancient Egyptian origins of electric and solar power. I'm gonna get right into it, family. I just came off of the general page and I was gone over there, so I had to spend a little extra time over there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna take that energy and convert it right on over into this lecture. Okay? And so now, as you can see, we got some powerful pieces, on this fly right here. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, like I say, a lot of people believe that the Egyptians was building megalithic structures that have survived damn near 7,000 years, and that they was walking around with goddamn wooden torches and shit, like some goddamn Neanderthal caveman, walking around in the forests and hills of Europe. We can't believe that our people, and what's more powerful, the damn light bulb, a battery, or the damn pyramid. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people is confused about, how advanced ancient Egypt was. You know what I'm saying? And when we look at all technology today, we got to understand that it was based off of nature. I stress that again and again, that all technology was based off of nature. So it was things that we saw in nature that caused us to create many of the things that you see today. You know what I'm saying? The airplanes, the fighters. You know what I'm saying? The F-35, how it just take off, not like a regular plane, but the motherfucker hover. You understand what I'm saying? And take off. You know what I'm saying? Hover. You know what I'm saying? And so that comes from the hummingbird. Looking at and the dragonfly. You know what I'm saying? The dragonfly, I believe they use for one of them helicopters. If I'm not believing, I don't know if it was the Apache, one of them. You know what I'm saying? They used the dragonfly. And so you got to understand, that the cosmos, creation, is the greatest blueprint for the advancement of technology. And so let me get this hold on, family. Let me get this together so I can Now I'll come back to that. You see? Now, let me come back to that. Okay, here we go. Now, what you're looking at, just to prove, one powerful fact about electric and solar power. You know what I'm saying? Because you're talking about a torch now. You're talking about a goddamn torch, and somehow people believe that we build a megalithic structure. Now, this right here in the middle, I place that in there. You know what I'm saying? So you can see that you're down in the valley of the king. You understand what I'm saying? Now, again, when you're talking about building structures in ancient Egypt, now a temple, you could leave the roof off of it, and that way you can have light. You know what I'm saying? You can have light until, nightfall, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So in that aspect, you can at least use sunlight with an above the ground temple. But now you talking about half a mile. You got to see that they're going down and down and down into the bosom of the earth. You see what I'm saying? And so as you can see, it's writings from the beginning, and I done been to the Valley of the King 3 times. You know what I'm saying? And some of them, you have to go down a shaft first. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, you got to go down. Well, you know what? Some of them you do. You got to go down a shaft. It ain't gonna be no writing, because the shaft wasn't even meant for you to go down. You know what I'm saying? Till you get down into the tomb. Now this one is a more elaborately constructed tomb. You understand what I'm saying? And as you can see, that they got, from the beginning to the end. But as you go in, you're going deeper and deeper and deeper into the bosom of the earth. And you can see all the lighting that it takes. You understand what I'm saying? For you to see what is there today. You know what I'm saying? You cannot do that with no damn torches. And because this is not above ground, it's below ground. You understand what I'm saying? How do you expect to have, how many torches you gonna need? You understand? With all the smoke and shit that's accumulating down here in this damn tomb. You understand what I'm saying? How the fuck do you expect to be able to carve the perfected writing and the images and put the color on the walls? You understand what I'm saying? With torches. See? And so the same amount of lighting that it takes today to see what is there is the same amount of lighting that it would have taken to put it on there in the first place. And many people don't want to understand that because they've been watching too much Mummy and shit. The old one, Boris Karloff and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that y'all could conceive. You know what I'm saying? And so, in many aspects, you see here, this is, Egyptian constructed light bulb with battery, with wiring, and so on. And you can see the serpent in the middle is only the symbolic, the serpent is symbolic of energy. You understand what I'm saying? That's why when you see, you go to any type of electronic class, which I went, they show you the zigzag lines. You see what I'm saying? And so in Egypt, that's symbolic of water. But then when you're doing the snake and shit, that's also water. So the symbol for water and the serpent in many instances is the same. And so that's why the Naga is a water serpent. And many of the serpents, the Leviathan and so on and so forth, were serpents that were connected to the water. Okay? And so again, you see here, now this is inside, it look like a pylon. I don't know, but that's probably a pylon to a temple. You know what I'm saying? The pylon is the first, it could be different pylons at different gates. You know what I'm saying? But you could go inside them pylons and go up. So that's a pylon. And so you can see it's all type of carvings on, but you can leave the roof off at least till you can see. So you can see. You understand? But this is an above the ground temple. But even then, You know what I'm saying? They ain't just working in the daytime. Many times they working at night, just like many building construction work at night today. You understand what I'm saying? It don't change. And so when you see right here, you see the Valley of the King. What you got to see, if you look up here, you see how deep they is in the goddamn earth. You can't even drill, like you can have air holes. You understand what I'm saying? How you gonna drill? You understand what I'm saying? Something like that. You know what I'm saying? So the only opening that you got is basically the one that you start on the outside and you drill down and you continue to drill down and bring the rock out. But then when you get deep down there, you cannot have no goddamn torches and shit. You got to have lighting. And so we know today that electric and solar power was a real aspect of ancient Egypt. Okay, we can't, we give the ancient Egyptian, but we got to understand they advanced all sciences and arts to the level of the pyramid. All arts, whether it was chemistry, whether it was biology, whether it was spirituality, whether it was astronomy. You understand what I'm saying? All of that was whether it was medicine. You see what I'm saying? Whatever it was in ancient Egypt, that science reached its pinnacle on this earth. Okay? I'm tired of motherfuckers keep thinking our ancestors, build pyramid, but they can't create a light bulb. You see what I'm saying? In which we understand, you get this book right here, The African Origins of Electromagnetism. Now, it says right here on page 30, you understand what I'm saying? In 1998, Napoleon recruited 167 scientists and technicians to accompany the French fleet in the conquest of Egypt. And in 1801, Volta, the so-called discoverer of the power or battery, was given a medal and a pension by Napoleon for his contribution. The British invasion of Egypt in 1801 seemed primarily aimed at stopping the French salvage from exporting more artifacts. It was viewed as a matter of national security in those days. Okay, it says Volta, and I'm gonna get to that. So, goddamn it, 2 years, 1798, 99, 18, 3 years after Napoleon goes into ancient Egypt, then Volta creates the battery. Come on, man, I'm sick of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And so, now, once we understand the symbolism, now we're getting back to the serpent. That's why we got to come back. So you see energy, I don't care what it is is depicted serpentine, up and down, water, the symbol for water. Even if you go in the oscillator in the goddamn hospital, this, that, and the third, your heart monitor. You understand? That motherfucker go up and down. You know what I'm saying? And so that's serpentine. That's serpentine in origin. And the only time you see that motherfucker go straight, ooh, your ass is out of here. Ain't no energy at that time. No energy. And so when you understand that the serpent is symbolic of energy, then when you look at, you see that the serpent is only a symbolism, a scientific symbolism for energy, and these are actually portable lanterns. You see what I'm saying? Now, behind that is, I believe, the pyramid of Seti, which I believe is Seti, or I think it's Seti. You understand? But the pyramid text, these pyramids are, whether we talking about the burial chamber is beneath the earth. You understand what I'm saying? So we had to go down and through chutes and shit, a shaft. You know what I'm saying? And you had to go, you start at the top and you work your way down. You had to scrunch down and go sideways, and it ain't an easy track either. You know what I'm saying? It ain't an easy track until you get to the bottom. So it might take your ass about 15 minutes to get to the bottom, 10, 15 minutes to work your way to the bottom. And then when you get down there, it'll open up. Now, this is subterranean. You understand? This is beneath the earth. You understand what I'm saying? This is beneath. And so you see here all these glyphs, and I can tell you that they all over down in the burial chamber. You understand what I'm saying? And so there's no way you going down there with just a fucking torch. And you see these are small glyphs. These are not even large glyphs. And they perfected. You understand what I'm saying? And so you got to light this place up. And you're not going to do it with no fucking torch. You see what I'm saying? And I must state that over and over and over. And so again, showing this is another Valley of the King, where you deep down in the womb of the earth. And you can see here all the glyphs. It's damn near, they didn't leave no room for, no space. They filled every space. And there's no way you're going to do that and do it in perfection as the ancient Egyptians did it and just have torch. Now, this is very key because this is the ceiling of some of the temples that the Arabs moved in. You understand what I'm saying? After the collapse of Egypt. And what they would do is they would sleep in the temples, and, they would light they had their little fires and shit. And over the hundreds of years of them sleeping in them temples, you can see what they did to the tops of the damn temple if it's enclosed. You can see all the they didn't burn all the writing off the walls and whatnot. You can see at the top of the, where they didn't burn all the coloration and this, that, and the third off the temple. So this is what happens when you burn, wood and all of that inside. You got to have lighting, man. You got to have lighting. And so, you will see at the top, a lot of them temples and whatnot, they have what you call clear story windows, and they still have it today, where the sun would shine down into the temple and light it up. You see what I'm saying? And they also had lighting also, because it's only so far. What you gonna do at night? You understand? You're gonna be walking around them big ass temples and shit with just some torches? Come on, man. We got to be serious about that. So you can see where this light is. This is a light of today. And you can see, look at what type of wattage you would need. And even then, this light is beaming, but it's still only really lighting up a certain portion of that, that particular temple. You understand what I'm saying? But you got this big, vast temple. You know what I'm saying? And so when you imagine being in that temple, you can see that where the ceiling is and this, that, and the third. Imagine, carving some hieroglyphs on a temple with no, with just a torch, and not having the necessary lighting. How are you gonna perfect that type of, Masonic, carving, Masonic, what you call scribe or Masonic scribe, where you carving in stone, so you actually got a chisel. You know what I'm saying? You in there chiseling. So it ain't like you just, so you got the chisel and then you paint. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can see this, again, not many, just like the serpent, symbols are manifested on many different levels. You see what I'm saying? Even today, I'm going to show you inside the light bulb, the filament is still serpentine because the spiral is necessary in generating that energy. There's no getting away from that. The centrifugal force of the universe have showed us how to create energy. You see what I'm saying? And so I actually seen this particular glyph, it was in the basement of Dendera. You know what I'm saying? And I went down there and I got my own pictures and I seen it for myself. And when I saw it, I say, damn. When I saw it, I say, man, that looked like a light bulb. Even before, it became really, popular to say that it was a light bulb. You know what I'm saying? I say, wow. You know what I'm saying? And so, even today, when you look at the top, you'll see the raveling, what you call the twin serpents. When you look at Amun Ra, you see the sun, and then you see the two serpents, which became the conducives, which is also, so it's medicine, but it's also energy. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to deal with the solar power today, too. I'm working up to that. You see, I'm working up to that today. And so you see right here the battery, which is the JED pillar. And you can see the wiring that's connected to it. You see what I'm saying? And you can see that just like when you screw a light bulb in, that's the socket, the light socket that you screw it in. You see what I'm saying? And the serpent is only symbolic. Now, there's other metaphysical levels to this, but I'm not going to get into that right now. You understand what I'm saying? There's levels to this shift. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'll get into that at a different time. And so we look at the JED pillar, when we understand the JED pillar as a battery, okay? As a generator of energy. You understand what I'm saying? And you could imagine, wiring, because we see the wire. You know what I'm saying? We see the wire in here, connected to the battery. So we understand that we had turbines and things that have been due, just like they stole the damn battery, they stole the turbine and other things. We had ancient turbines that we were using that generated energy in ancient Egypt. How in the hell we are the children of the sun? You think that, and I'm going to show you all the elements that went into making the solar panels that they were already using it in Egypt and in Africa. When I say Egypt, I speak of Africa. Now you notice when you looked at all the pyramids are aligned. If you look at the pyramid field, all the pyramid fields are aligned along the Nile River. You can look at all nuclear, you understand, nuclear power plants, they are also aligned near water. You understand? Because they got to have that fucking water going up in there. You understand what I'm saying? To cool that shit down. You know what I'm saying? And even then it don't work. You know what I'm saying? If that motherfucking core crack and they don't shut that motherfucker, but how do they shut it? They rush that water in there. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if they don't get that shit in there fast enough, you know what I'm saying? That shit could, it could just, it could go into critical state. But so you see, if you look and see how they align, there's a science to that. Okay, they didn't just put let's just put this shit out. These are the most prolific architectural wonders of the world, and we just gonna pick any goddamn where to put it. It's a manifestation of probably at least 1,000 damn sciences, arts and sciences within that it took to even create the pyramid. You understand what I'm saying? If I sat down and showed you how many sciences is actually in it, you understand? People just look at it, but it's hundreds of arts and sciences within the structure of the pyramid that it would have taken to put it there. So I don't want y'all to just look at the end result and not, understand all the elements that it would take to construct the pyramid. So you see right here how they generate. You see the solar panel. The solar panel is when you're talking about ancient Egypt, it's very simplistic. Now, when you look at when you talk about what you call a power electric pole, you understand what I'm saying? You got the regular pole out there, and then you got that power electric pole. And them the ones that you see when you driving down the highway. They be having 3, you'll see one with 2, sometimes there'll be 3 of them. You understand what I'm saying? They design along the lines of the Jared pillar. You understand what I'm saying? There's no damn doubt about it. You understand? We ain't just making this shit up because we need to construct a history that don't exist. It is real. You understand what I'm saying? It's real, and our culture and history have been lied upon for too damn long because we didn't let a caveman, take our history and dissect it and destroy it and reconstruct it without us even being in the shit. Now the goddamn white man needs us. Okay? And so you see here again, the elements of what it takes, you know what I'm saying? You see the solar panels, you see the Jedwood pillar, you see the wiring. We got we got the smaller Jed pillar that, stores the energy. You understand what I'm saying? After, the solar panels, pull the energy in and store it in a battery. You understand what I'm saying? For future use. And so we had the battery, we had the solar panels, we had that. Every element that you see today come off of a blueprint or something previous. You ain't just gonna come up with something out of thin goddamn air. So you see here the Jared pillar, and you see the positive and the negative right there. You see what I'm saying? You see the wasp. And then even when you look at the bottom down there, it look like a wrench. You know what I'm saying? It look like a wrench. If you look at it, go get a, matter of fact, fuck this. Hold on, fam. I'm gonna drop it in here. Let me take that out of there. I ain't gotta get it perfect. I ain't gotta get perfect. Let me copy that. So when you look at the bottom of what you call the wasp, and you look, you can see that it looked like the bottom of the damn wasp scepter. Wait a minute. You see? And so, again, you know what I'm saying? Everything has been duplicated off of something previous. And we got to quit believing somehow this shit just came out of thin air. Yeah, I'll take my time. Yeah, I was, but that particular wrench, that motherfucker wasn't right. It had too many light areas in that motherfucker. So as soon as you hit it, it's gonna take certain aspects out of it. You know what I'm saying? So let me blow it up just a little more for you. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'll just copy it so y'all can see it even better. So when you look at the bottom of the wasp scepter, you can see it look like a wrench. There's no goddamn doubt about it. So many of these elements, we're not making this shit up. What else is you gonna do with that? It's a damn wrench. And so this is what you see. So you see three, matter of fact, you see four. You see four here. The top, the third tier, the second tier, and the first T. And I guarantee you, when you look at it, those I don't know if those are surge protectors up there or not. You know what I'm saying? But I guarantee you, it look like a jab pillar. Okay? And so you see here the two, and you look here and you see the tiers of the power of the electric power pole. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is a surge arrestor. Okay, when you look at the surge arrestor, they got, you got polymer, you got porcelain, you know what I'm saying? They put on the outer casing, but it's nothing but, in the form of a jab pillar. High voltage insulators or on a transformer substation. You see what I'm saying? So even the transformer is constructed in the element of the jab. So when you understand that this is a construction through which energy is transmitted, when you look at PT and you see that this is like, you're looking at a microphone. You understand what I'm saying? Well, was he speaking, through the universe, or is this energy able to transcend the universe? Or, but we looked at this and we was able to emulate that. You know what I'm saying? We knew that the jab was an energy, a battery, you understand, a conductor of energy. You know what I'm saying? And we built upon that. And so the oval, represented the microphone itself. So when you look at Louis Armstrong, what am I looking at? You know what I'm saying? What am I looking at? Am I that silly to continue to look at all these and say, you know what? Wait a minute. When does possibility become probability? See, that's when we got to say, when does possibility, now this is an antenna. I don't give a fuck what it is. That's an antenna. And you can see the coil of it is like the jab. And so when you see a microphone, you see up here where you see the arc, you see right there, you see what you speak into. You see what I'm saying? You see? And so, even here, you see the aspect of where the ankh is located. You see up here, you see the light bulb. And then you see the wiring. You can best believe it's wiring going through there. You understand what I'm saying? In the centrifugal force, looking just like the jab pillar. So we talking about high tension pylons, high tension power lines. And so you see what they call the chenu or the shin, which is the top of the arm. You know what I'm saying? You see the loop, the semiconductor, and then you see the battery. You see the plate. You understand what I'm saying? Go get the book. Go get the book, the African Origins of Electromagnetism. Now you see the ohm and you see the chenu or the shin and the ohm. And you can see that the ohm, which is, let me see what the definition of, let me get the definition of. Okay, you know what? Let me get back to that. I'm gonna find it. I had it highlighted, but this is but it's a measurement of energy. You see how many ohms. You see, and so when you look at the Nikola Tesla electric oscillator and the goddamn how your electricity is on today is from Nikola Tesla. He didn't went and peeped into the science of ancient Egypt, and you see the arc right in there. You see that it's a battery. So the jab pillar, you understand what I'm saying? You go in there, guarantee you, it's coils looking just like a jab pillar. And so when you talk about the arc, also a magnetic antenna. You see what I'm saying? A magnetic antenna. This right here is what you call a loop stick antenna. So when you come back here, this is a loop stick antenna connected into a motherboard. You see what I'm saying? Connected to a motherboard. So I don't know if that's it's either a radio, is some form, but it's an antenna. You know what I'm saying? It's a transmitter, it's a receiver, whatever it is. You see right here, the magnetic loop antenna. And so when you put them together, I took you take the magnetic loop antenna and put it there, and then you take the loop stick antenna. Let me bring that to the front. Nope, wrong way. Let me bring that to the front. You see, you get the arm. You understand what I'm saying? It's an antenna. You know what I'm saying? It's an antenna. And so we went through the fact that when you deal with the creation of the universe, you see what I'm saying? The universe is moving in centrifugal force. You see, this is the hand of Ptah, who put that cosmic cut on that, spoke it into existence and put that cosmic cut on it. And it's been spinning in a spiral ever since, just like the spiral of that hair that's upon our divine head. You understand? It's a cosmic antenna receiving information from the universe. We just ain't listening. You understand what I'm saying? Because we ain't even been taught, how to use, this divine machine that been who we are. There's many elements of our body that we are not even understanding right now because we have not been taught that it even exists. So even when you come into hip hop, you see we took that same energy and created an instrument out of the damn record player. At first but it wasn't an instrument, but we turned it into an instrument of hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? The beat machine is an instrument of hip hop. The goddamn turntable is an instrument of hip hop. The microphone is a goddamn instrument of hip hop. And so when you look at the turntable, you see the arm of the turntable with the needle, and you look at Ra, and then you see the serpent, and this symbol is all through Egypt, with the serpent, encasing, the top half of the sun disk, and you see that this is Ra, and the same symbol for Ra is also the same symbol for the record and the record player. You understand what I'm saying? And you see that information was recorded on that damn melanin. You understand what I'm saying? We see that. Now they didn't created a more authentic goddamn a synthetic form of trying to transmit it today. So I'm just saying this shit come out. This is facts. When you look at the symbol for Ra, and then you look at the electron, and you look at these are facts. So if they took this, what else did they take? We got to open up our mind. We got to look deeper than we've been looking. You see what I'm saying? And so, again, showing you the symbol. And we look at science and say, and they put this shit up at NASA. And even when you talk about NASA, look at this. When you say NASA, all you have to do, when you take NASA and you put it up there, and all you have to do, and they'll have Orion up there. Let me put that black. All you have to do is add the R. And what you get? A sun. Now I'm not into but they're using symbolism, and there's no condoning, no meta or nothing. It's just showing that they codify all of this science under the things that they stole from ancient Egypt. So when you get NASA and you just take it and put the R on it, you see it's a saw. You see what I'm saying? A saw. So that's where NASA, and you will see when you look at NASA, the symbols for NASA, you see the 3 stars of Orion belt in their damn logo. Showed you right here, beats. You understand by Drake? That's the symbol for rock. Now, when you talk about energy, you see how it's moving? That's serpentine. You see? And so that goes all the way back to what I was saying. Wait a minute. Let me do this shit, y'all. Let me do this shit. I ain't playing no games with nobody at all. I'm gonna take these right here. I'm gonna copy these. Let me come on down. I ain't here to play no games with nobody. I want y'all to go. And so when you see here that is moving, the symbol for energy is serpentine. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand, metaphysically, they'll show you this, but it's still science. That is symbolically representing energy. It's symbolic. It could be electric. It could be solar, because you see the sun here. You understand what I'm saying? So you see that it's so when you see here, you see the serpent. I don't want you to think that this is symbolic of energy. You take this, and you put it here, and you see this is symbolic. Those are what you call portable lanterns. You see what I'm saying? You can go get that shit at the dollar store. You see them small little lanterns that you get? You see what I'm saying? That's energy. Now, you know what? I'm about to fuck with you now. Now look at these. I don't know if I distracting. I don't know if I spelled distracting right or not. Don't give a goddamn. Let me see. I spelled that. Let me get it right. I'll be moving so goddamn fast. Okay, was Akhenaten extracting energy from the sun? Now you see these little portable solar chargers now? You can put that motherfucker in the sun and it'll charge you. You can take it with you and you can put it in your goddamn backpack. You see what I'm saying? Was Akhenaten out there, you know what I'm saying, with portable solar chargers? You see what I'm saying? Or solar battery. You know what I'm saying? Look at it. You know what I'm saying? Look at it. I want you to take it and you look at even the construction, how they over the top of many of them are. You understand what I'm saying? You can see again, this is energy, symbolic coming down. You know what I'm saying? And you look again, and after seeing so much, I had to look at everything on more than one level. Yeah, it could be some spirit, but this is ancient Egypt, and this is a codified, and so one priest can read it this way, and it could be 10, 15 different levels to each understanding. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why you had to go to school for damn near 41 years. You understand what I'm saying? To achieve being a priest. You understand? So you can understand the majority of the level. And so when I looked at it, I said, wait a minute. When I started seeing so much, I had to look at everything and question it. What is that? You know what I'm saying? What could it be? And so I seen again a portable lantern. You understand? Once I understood that the serpent was symbolic of energy, see, this is what I'm talking about. See, these are the portable lanterns that I'm talking about right there. You see what I'm saying? That's the portable lantern, the modern version of it. You see? And so this one, and you can see the top of this one more similar to this. You know what I'm saying? With the bottom of this one, you see? And so, when you talk about going down, they had these that were very bright, and then you had the bigger ones. You know what I'm saying? You had the bigger one that you could charge up and take down in these temples, take down in these tombs, take down in these the subterranean damn structures, structures that was beneath the ground. And so you had bigger ones and you had smaller ones, depending on what area you was going in. So you see right here, again, the ancient JED columns and modern high voltage insulators. We looking right at it. We're not confused about it. And so when you look inside the light bulb, we see what? That the filament is serpentine in the construction, because that energy, for some reason, it need to go in that centrifugal symbolism. It need to go, all energy, whether it's the tornado, whether it's the hurricane. You see what I'm saying? And so that's very powerful that we see this today. So when you see this, you have to understand that the serpent is only symbolic of energy moving through the structure. It's not actually a serpent in that sense. Okay, now what is solar panels made of? Now, the raw materials, silicon is the basic material for conductive electrical components. Okay? Before it can be used, it must undergo a treatment process that removes impurities and converts it to pure silicon or polysilicon. The industry shouldn't face material shortages shortages anytime soon. Silicon is abundant, making up 1/4 of the Earth's crust by weight. Okay? Ingots and wafers. Ingots and wafers. Once the silicon is rid of impurities, it is turned into ingots, which are pure silicon cylinders. The ingots are made from a crystal of silicon that is dipped into polycrystalline silicon. The impurities remain in the melted liquid, so the ingot forms as a completely pure cylinder. From there, the ingot is sliced into 0.5 millimeter thick wafers, which are shaped into rectangular or hexagonal shapes so they can fit tightly together. Sale, boron, and phosphorus are added to the wafers through a doping process. The wafers are heated in order to allow atoms from these elements or dopants to enter into the silicon. When these elements are added to the polysilicon, the first result is an excess of electrons, which is then followed by a deficiency of them. This allows the polysilicon to act as a semiconductor. To conduct solar panels, to conduct a large amount of electricity, many cells must be connected together by electrical contacts. The group is then connected to the receiver, and anti-reflective coating is applied to the panel to prevent loss of sunlight and wasted energy. The cells are then sealed into a rubber or vinyl acetate, framed in aluminum and covered in glass or plastic. So we see the basis of all these solar panels is silicon. Now listen to this. Wait a minute. Is this the one? This it, but it didn't give all the information. Egyptian pebble filled. Oh, wait a minute. It's saying glass, but it's actually silicon. I didn't put the whole thing. But this is coming from that same news report. It says it's talking about a comet that supposedly hit in the Sahara. Okay, the I don't know if it was I don't know how many thousands of years ago. The comet created huge amounts of yellow silica glass, also known as Libyan desert glass, which today lies scattered over a 6,000 square kilometer area in the Sahara. So this is the actual silicon that is used today in creating solar panels. So to let you, not only is it there in mass abundance, they've already was using it. This is a scare carved out of Libyan desert silica glass. So all this process that they talking about, they already was using in ancient Egypt. Okay, I don't want y'all to just think that, you know what I'm saying, they were actually, already pulling the impurities out of the silica. They was molding, heating it up. You understand what I'm saying? Man, our peoples is cold. Believe that. You know what I'm saying? On the highest level. And so this is a medallion of Tutankhamun. You understand? I believe that was on his chest plate. When they opened up his sarcophagus, that medallion was on his chest plate. Do you see the middle? You see the scarab? That's silica. You see what I'm saying? That's silica that was on his chest plate. So all the elements that, went into, creating these solar panels was already being used in ancient Egypt. We done showed you the jet. We done showed you all of the transformers, generators, the wiring, the light, the filament, and everything. You understand what I'm saying? I heard, what was his name? Who put the filament? Was it Lewis Latimer? Put the damn filament in the goddamn light bulb, if I'm not mistaken. So you see here in this light bulb, you see, you see the twin serpents, which is the caduceus, which goes back to here. That the mind is an electromagnet. God damn it. Your mind is electromagnetic. You understand? The DNA. You understand what I'm saying? We electromagnetic beings. And so, even when I seen here, I looked at it. I said, you know what? He holding it. How is he holding it? You charge it up and then you unplug it. And then, I couldn't find a brother, but this is just showing how they stole it. And you can see how he holding it. And you can walk down there into the tombs, God damn it, with a handheld light, just like a lantern. You understand what I'm saying? Just like a lantern. You understand what I'm saying? You plug that motherfucker up, you charge it, and then you take it off the goddamn charge. You see what I'm saying? And so now, again, we talking about, I looked at it and I seen this at Dender Rock. You understand what I'm saying? And you see right here, you're going to see the spark plug. I looked at this, I said, what? When I seen, I looked at it first. And right there, you can see the solar bark right there. You can see the solar bark right there. You understand what I'm saying? For me, that means it was solar charge. And you can see him holding, you know what I'm saying, a portable lantern in his hand. You understand what I'm saying? You can see him holding a portable lantern in his hand, but you see the solar bark, right? And you see the wire. You see? And so when I looked at it, as soon as I saw this in my own mind. This is my thesis, hypothesis. And when you go in the engine and you look, you understand, they're using gas and everything else today. You understand? But our people, goddamn it, using more powerful energy, not a destructive energy with gas all in the air and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? And so when you look at the 4 spark plug in an engine, and you can see right here, the 4 spark plugs right here in this ancient Egyptian engine. You see what I'm saying? I want y'all to talk to me today. It ain't got to be, this is exploring. And the first thing of being a goddamn scientist and being, because you got to explore the mind, motherfucker, and you got to push the mind. You see, is it possible? You understand what I'm saying? I done seen enough to make me believe that not only did they have they had all forms of energy that except the destructive goddamn energy that's out there, like the gas and this, that. So even when you go to Star Trek, when you go into the warp core, the core that takes them to fucking warp speed is a jet pillar. Look at it for your goddamn self. It's a jet pillar. Ain't no goddamn doubt. And so again, I'm gonna do that on a much deeper level. You understand? When I show you the spine, you know, and this is where they get the chakra system from. You understand what I'm saying? Because the jade pillar is also the spine of Osiris. You understand what I'm saying? So it had, when we talk, you know, we looking at these symbols, but it's 5, 6, 7, 8 different layers of understanding. So you move from one level of consciousness to another level, and I deal with that on a different level. You see what I'm saying? So and so that's the chakra system, your spine. And so this is the different levels. You got the lower level and the upper level. You see what I'm saying? The crown is connected to the sun, and the bottom is connected to the earth. You understand what I'm saying? Which is your negative. You see what I'm saying? And so, you know what, family? We done did a powerful work today. You see, this is the warp speed. When you ready to go, and so this is where we transcend it. We move him. You see him, you know, he's, you know, what people want to call astral projection. I'm not talking about no, but I'm talking about motherfuckers still on the ground now. But when a man or woman transcends the universe to speak with the ancestors, you see what I'm saying? Moving through the universe at warp speed. You see what I'm saying? And so the sun is, but it's also connected. You see here, the rays of the sun is hitting him on the pineal, and you see that it generates the energy through all the power centers along the spine. And if you on that level, you understand what I'm saying? Those power centers along the spine, and through, you got your central nervous system and you got your peripheral nervous system, and it'll be oscillation of energy moving throughout the body. Okay? This is what they say. In order, you have to clear all your chakras so that the energy can flow freely down through the chakra. You see? And you see here, you know, and you see here, the star. And so, like I say, on a different level, I get to that. You know what I'm saying? I get to that. This is on a different level, you know, and I don't want to go out of that. I just want to deal with electric and solar power. And that'll be the next one I come back on. You understand what I'm saying? So we can, you know, we can get off into that, how we can, you know, get this goddamn Jesus and Allah and all of these assalamu alaikum and hallelujah, how I fooled you. You understand what I'm saying? Praise be the Lord, goddamn it, praise be the sword. You understand what I'm saying? You know, we got to get in, reconnect to the universe, reconnect to our ancestors, and then we can get some goddamn whatever else we need to get these oppressors up off our back and get free the land, free the family, free the land, free our nation, so that we can begin to take these steps back to the divine levels that we was in the ancient world. This is the General Cyrus Suten Seti, thanking y'all for coming out. Again, get on over there to my Patreon, because I love doing, you know, extraordinary work for the family. Get on over there to my Patreon. I got exclusive work getting down tomorrow. Got over 100 exclusive live streams on my Patreon. You want that, because I go extra. God damn it, I go extra on Patreon, and you see what I'm doing on YouTube. So you already know what the fuck that means. You know what I'm saying? I get a chance to show some things that I can't show on YouTube. But God damn it, some of it's so powerful that I have to upload it onto generalseti.com. So I got 3 different platforms, 4 different platforms, 5 different platforms to be able to operate on. You should be on all of them if you're talking about you in the culture. You see what I'm saying? Fuck with the general. You fucking with the best. Guaranteed. They can say what they want. You fucking with the best. All around. Greatest GOAT of all fucking time. I had to. All right. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there. All right, family. And make sure you get over there to Seti.com online marketplace. Got something fly for you. I know you're going to love. Thank you for being here. This is the General Sarasun Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.